The scream tore through the afternoon like a blade, sharp and raw, silencing the entire block. Blood streamed down my son's neck, his small hands clawing at nothing, eyes wide with terror. A man, reeking of whiskey and dressed in a cheap cop-like uniform, had just bitten off my 12-year-old son's ear right there on our driveway. He and his partner, self-proclaimed neighborhood enforcers, had no badges, no authority, just rage, fake patches, and a van stuffed with riot gear. They thought they could terrorize us, break us, and walk away. They didn't know who they were messing with. What happened next didn't just shake our little suburb, it set the whole country on fire. It was a Saturday, the kind where the sun paints everything gold and the air smells of charcoal and cut grass. My son, Lucas, was out front, kneeling on the driveway, his hands dusted with chalk as he sketched a phoenix with flames curling like ribbons. "Dad, check this out," he called, grinning, his voice bright with pride. "I made the wings sharper, like you said." My wife, Sarah, leaned over, her laugh soft. "That bird's gonna scare the neighborhood watching to retirement," she teased. We all chuckled, our private jab at the Homeowners Association, a group so rigid they'd fine you for a blade of grass out of place. Lately, though, things had gotten weirder. No more official letters, just surprise visits from men in dark uniforms, flashing flimsy badges labeled neighborhood compliance. Most folks thought they were legit, maybe a new security outfit. Sarah and I? We weren't so sure. That afternoon, our doubts became a nightmare. I was flipping burgers on the patio when tires screeched, harsh and deliberate. A beat-up black SUV, no plates, skidded to a stop at our curb. Two men stumbled out, both in navy shirts with "compliance" stitched in blocky letters. One clutched a bottle in a paper bag, his steps wobbly, eyes glassy. The other, shorter, barrel-chested, marched straight for Lucas. "Hey, kid!" he barked. "You can't deface public property." Lucas froze, chalk in hand. "It's our driveway," he stammered. The man loomed closer, breath sour. "Visible from the street, it's communal. You think you're above the rules, brat?" Sarah stepped forward, her voice steel. "Back off. He's 12. The taller one slurred. "Lady, shut it, or you're next." I dropped the tongs, heart pounding, and moved in. "You're drunk. Get out of here." That's when it happened. The short one lunged, grabbing Lucas's arm. My boy yelped, twisting to break free. The man growled, incoherent, then sank his teeth into Lucas's ear like a feral dog. The scream, God, that scream ripped through me. Blood sprayed. Sarah shrieked, DVYing for Lucas. The taller man shoved her hard, and she hit the ground, gasping. I saw red. I tackled the biter, slamming him to the pavement, my fist hammering his face. I didn't feel the pain in my knuckles, only my son's blood burning in my mind. Sarah cradled Lucas, pressing a dish towel to his head, her hands shaking as he sobbed, trembling. "Call 911!" I roared. The other guy staggered, tripped, and smashed his bottle, sprawling in the street. Neighbors poured out, phones up, recording. "They bit the kid!" someone shouted. 3 agonizing minutes later, sirens wailed. The cops' faces hardened when they saw Lucas, blood-soaked and pale. EMS was called. The biter, still spitting blood, muttered, "He provoked me, smug little punk." The officers cuffed them both, no questions. A female cop knelt by Sarah. "Ma'am, he's gonna be okay. Medics are coming." Sarah choked out. "Who are they?" The cop examined a badge. "Not real. Homemade. We've seen these guys around, claiming to enforce rules." The ambulance took Lucas and Sarah. I stayed, fists clenched, watching those monsters loaded into cruisers. My son, attacked by drunks pretending to be cops, in broad daylight. This wasn't a mistake. It was a crime. And it was only the start. In the hospital, Lucas lay sedated, his head swathed in gauze, the wound too mangled for reattachment. The doctor said reconstruction would take months, maybe years. Worse was his silencing no words, not even to Sarah, who held his hand, whispering comfort through tears. I burned inside, rage coiling like a snake. Officer Torres came in, his face grim, a folder under his arm. "They're part of something called Urban Standards Task Force, UST," he said. "Operating in multiple counties, posing as neighborhood enforcers. Fake badges, fake rules, all home-printed. No clear tie to any real authority." I stared. "They bit my son's ear off." Torres nodded. "They're charged assault, detention of a minor, intoxication, but prosecution's tricky. Victims aren't talking. Fear, shame, some thought they were legit." Sarah stood, voice breaking. "They might walk?" Torres hesitated. "Not if we link them to a bigger operation." He showed us mugshots: Carl Vance, the biter, with priors for DUIs, Ethan Morse, ex-bouncer, fired for violence, and a third name, Victor Hensley, the mastermind. Hensley was our old HOA treasurer, ousted for his paranoia years ago. Now, he built a shadow empire, extorting residents with fake fines, threatening retaliation. Their SUV held maps, homeowner records, our house marked non-compliant. It was extortion, plain and simple, and the DA wanted RICO charges. But without more VY Tim stepping up, it might not stick. Then the VY Deos hit. A neighbor's doorbell cam caught Vance's attack, another showed me tackling him, Sarah's screams piercing the air. Within hours, the clips exploded online. 300,000 VYUs, headlines screaming, "Drunk thugs maim child." Some called it fake, others demanded blood. Reporters knocked, but we shut them out. My brother, Mike, a retired Marine, sat with me in the garage, his pistol holstered under his vest. "You gotta go public," he said. "Press charges, push the DA. Don't let them plea out." I nodded, but a darker fear nod. "They targeted others. What if they come back?" Mike's eyes narrowed. "Then we find the source." We dug. Mike tapped an old sheriff contact. I scoured online forums. A woman from a nearby town emailed after seeing the VY Dale. Same SUV, same men, demanding to inspect her yard, threatening city fines. She'd saved a voicemail from Officer Vance. Mike grinned. He used his real name. Idiot. We had a pattern. Torres brought Assistant DA Rachel Klein to our kitchen. "You've got witnesses, footage, a kid hurt," she said. "This breaks the case." New charges piled up: felony child endangerment, racketeering, fraud. "They're facing life," Klein said. Relief hit, but the next morning, a letter appeared in our mailbox, no stamp, just 4 words. "You're next, weaklings." Below, a Google Street View printout of our house, circled in red. I hid it from Lucas. He was drawing again, his phoenix now missing a wing, flames fiercer. But I showed Mike. "They're scared," he said. "This is a bluff." I wasn't convinced, said. The circle was precise, deliberate. "Someone's still out there," I muttered. Mike grabbed his keys. "Let's go." His contact, a retired clerk named Eddie, met us at a rundown bar, pulling up records on a battered laptop. Hensley had formed UST Solutions, LLC, and owned a storage lot. No neighbors, no cameras. "That's their base," Mike said. Torres was cautious. "Legal gray area," he warned. But I shoved the letter at him. "Gray? My son's mutilated." He flinched, then nodded. "I'll get a warrant." Mike had a plan. I donned a fake mustache and cap, posing as a delivery guy at Hensley's lot. Mike watched from his truck, flying a drone we'd bought for Lucas's school project. I buzzed the gate. "No deliveries," a voice snapped. I played dumb. "Need a signature, Unit 12. Silence, then. "Come around back." The gate opened. Inside, Hensley stood with 4 men in UST shirts, loading vans with batons, shields, fake badges. Hensley, smug in khakis, eyed me. "No logo on your shirt." I mumbled. "Laundry day." Then Mike's drone swooped in, buzzing low. "What the hell?" a guard yelled. I bolted, squeezing through the gate as they lunged. The drone caught it all, vans, gear, faces. Torres and Klein watched the footage that night. 2 days later, a task force raided the lot. Hensley was cuffed mid-sip of coffee. A guard broke a rib fleeing. They found weapons, uniforms, and Hensley's manifesto. Reclaiming communities. A 30-page rant about citizen enforcement. It wasn't just extortion, it was a twisted bid for control. Headlines erupted. Fake neighborhood militia busted. Lucas's attack played on repeat. But the real moment came when Lucas, barefoot, stepped onto the driveway with chalk. He drew a boy, one ear gone, smiling, with 2 figures labeled UST, running away. Above, in bold yellow, "Not in my street." Sarah wept. So did I. The trial was a war. In a sterile courtroom, Klein laid it bare. "This is terrorism in suburbia." She showed the drone vy Dale, the ring cam, Lucas's scream. Jurors gasped. The defense floundered. Vance's lawyer blamed alcohol. Morse claimed he thought the badges were real. Hensley's team called him a reformer. Then Klein read his manifesto. Discipline through vy civil authority. Jurors recoiled. Neighbors testified. An old man extorted du la 300, a mom harassed over a sandbox. Then I took the stand, voice steady. I saw Vance bite my son. I saw blood. I saw Hensley's plan in every fake badge. Lucas, brave beyond his years, testified last. He said my drawing was illegal. He bit me. It felt like he wanted to eat me. Klein held up his latest mural, a one-eared hero with real strength doesn't pretend. The jury broke. Guilty on all counts. Vance got 40 years, sobbing. Hensley, life without parole, stone-faced. The judge's voice was ice. You built a criminal empire on fear. The room erupted, claps, tears, a juror's salute. Lucas's story didn't stop there. His drawings hit a national exhibit. Sarah's real badge project fought fake enforcers. Mike spoke to veterans groups. A year later, Lucas cut the ribbon on a PA vy lion where he'd been attacked, a plaque honoring those who stood against false power. The FBI later uncovered 9 similar scams nationwide, same playbook, fake badges, fear, silence. Lucas's logo, a one-eared hero, became a symbol. A Vietnam vet told us Lucas's story saved his granddaughter from armed imposters. Lucas hugged him. Trolls called us liars, actors. Some said we hated order. They missed the point. We fought false power men like Hensley, who twisted rules into weapons. Lucas's case sparked laws tightening HOA oversight. Vance and Morse rotted in prison. Hensley's appeals failed. On our porch, Lucas sketched a badge labeled Truth. They came with fake authority, broke my son, scarred us. But we rose stronger, louder, unafraid. They're locked away. We're not. And every chalk line Lucas draws screams one thing: real power protects, fake power falls, and truth never fades.